Bill O'Reilly here, Friday, May 8th, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. The national shutdown has reached a turning point. More than 40 states easing restriction on everything from construction sites, beaches, gyms, restaurants, and department stores. Even Carnival Cruise Lines has announced a decision to set sail this August. New York and California promising to release plans on reopening the two biggest economies in the country by the end of the month. Very difficult for New York City, the epicenter of the disaster. The new rules across the country come after days of growing protests. Folks are quickly running out of money and patience. A single federal assistance check of $1,200 is not going to pay the bills. Economists say nearly 30 million jobs have disappeared in the last 6 weeks, the biggest drop in the nation's history. Statistics from the Labor Bureau have the unemployment rate anywhere between 9 and 15% and on the rise. Demonstrators hit the streets all over the country. One woman in Dallas was actually jailed for 7 days and fined $7,000 for opening her hair salon without permission. She told the court, quote, "I couldn't feed my family, and if you think the law is more important than kids getting fed, then please go ahead with your decision, but I am not going to shut the salon." It was wrong to incarcerate this woman who was practicing civil disobedience. What they should have done is not given her any jail time, but posted authorities in front of the salon so people could not get in. I hate to be harsh, but you can't have anarchy. Back in Washington, the partisan blame game is increasing. House Democrats demanding new hearings on the Trump administration's handling of the virus, asking to speak with White House Task Force leader Dr. Anthony Fauci because he might say anything. The president says Democrats are only interested in, quote, making things worse to win the election, and that's true. Bottom line, the country is beginning to reopen. The politics are getting more intense, and speculation still rules TV news. Recent estimates from the CDC predict the death rate to pass 100,000 by summer. Again, speculation, but it will most likely happen. As we have shown, the media, some of them anyway, don't want the country to get back for business for political reasons. They believe, some of them anyway, the president is worse than the virus. In a moment, listeners sound off. Two guys, Kyle and Josh, were both losing their hair, which was no surprise to either, since they knew male pattern baldness ran in their families. The way they dealt with their hair loss, however, couldn't have been more different. Kyle put it off, losing more and more hair. Josh went right to Keeps.com to learn how to keep his hair. Keeps offers generic versions of the only two FDA-approved hair loss products out there. The genetic versions saved Josh a lot of money, and the consultation was simple. He answered a few questions online and snapped a few pictures of his hair. A doctor then evaluated everything and recommended the right FDA-approved hair loss treatment for Josh. It was shipped discreetly to his door. Keeps lets you save your hair without ever leaving your home. Please go to Keeps, KEEPS.com/Bill to get your first order of Keeps hair loss treatment 50% off. Half off. That's Keeps.com/Bill, Keeps.com/Bill. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Listeners, sound off. We do this every Friday. If you would like to participate, you can reach me at bill@BillO'Reilly.com. bill@BillO'Reilly.com. That's easy. First letter from Andrew in Hawley, Pennsylvania. You mentioned that Democrats receive millions from extortionist lawyers, and it goes to Nancy Pelosi and the House Fund. Republicans also get money from the group, but not as much. Can you explain what this money is used for? Certainly, Andrew. The money from the lawyer lobby based in D.C. goes to the House and the Senate, and there it is distributed to people, Democrats or Republicans, running for re-election. It's a big fund, and Nancy Pelosi controls it in the House, Chuck Schumer in the Senate. 80% of the lawyer money going to Democrats, 20% to Republicans. Letter number 2 comes from Richard in Irvine, California. Lawyers will be out in force to sue anything COVID-related which will hurt our country. I believe that. If Nancy Pelosi were not the House leader, could Congress pass a law prohibiting lawsuits like this? It can pass a law now. And Mitch McConnell, the Republican leader in the Senate, says they're not going to pass any more stimulus unless tort reform is passed. Because to sue businesses and schools and all of that over COVID kills the United States. Linda in Edina, Minnesota. Disheartening to read news stories that at least 3 healthcare workers in Russia have fallen out of hospital windows. Do you think this is related to another regime covering up the extent of COVID-19? Look, if you criticize Putin, as these doctors did, for his handling of COVID, Putin can hurt you in Russia. You can criticize Donald Trump in America, you'll get verbally chastised by some people, but you're not going to get thrown out a high-rise window as 3 Russian doctors were. Everybody knows that Vladimir Putin does not brook dissent and is a violent man. Nancy in Carrollton, Texas. This week is the 50th anniversary of the Kent State Massacre. What do you think caused that incident? An inexperienced National Guard in 1970 panicked and shot the students at Kent State, who were out of control. Not justifying it, just reporting accurately. Renee in Jacksonville, Florida says, I know you are correct, Bill. You can be tested for COVID and be negative one day and get infected the next. But that's not the point of the testing. The point is to identify the positives, particularly in the vulnerable population. Isolate them and contact trace to possibly find more positives. Yes, testing can be of good use to track down carriers of COVID, some of whom are what they call asymptomatic. They don't have any display of the disease, but they are passing it along. I understand that, Renee. But that's not what is being used in political circles. The demand to test all Americans can never be met. The Democrats know that, and they are using it to hurt Donald Trump. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by putting it together. For more news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com for honest and incisive pandemic coverage. In a moment, something you might not know. Our world has obviously changed when you venture outside. Face masks are everywhere, and the kind of mask that you use matters. We all want a mask that gives great protection, like medical professionals get with their N95 masks. The Boomer Naturals 30-day face mask provides 92.2% antibacterial protection. It's comfortable, easy to breathe in, and to speak with. And the masks come in both adult and children sizes. Not only is the Boomer Naturals mask highly rated, but it is affordable. Less than 30 cents a day. These Boomer Natural masks can be used up to 30 days by hand washing them with soap and water. I recommend you order yours right now at boomernaturals.com. Use code BILL20 at checkout, save 20% every time you shop. Plus get free shipping on orders over $50. That's code BILL20 at boomernaturals.com. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. This summer, many Americans will not fly to vacation destinations because of the pandemic. Some of them will drive. So here are a bunch of O'Reilly destinations you might find interesting. New England is always a blast in the summer. Maine coast, Cape Cod in Massachusetts, Boston always good. Rhode Island beaches, Newport. You can't go wrong in New England this summer. Colorado Rocky Mountain High. Simply cruise the roads and make sure you get to Durango in the southwestern part of the state. Excellent spot. But the whole state of Colorado in the mountains is stunning, and the weather's nice in the summer. Black Hills of South Dakota. Deadwood, where Wild Bill Hickok got it. Mount Rushmore is spectacular. The South is hot, but the bayous of Louisiana are fascinating no matter what the temperature. The beaches in North Carolina on the Outer Banks, fantastic. Bald Head Island, especially nice. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Jackson, Wyoming. And here is the ultimate summer vacation driving destination. You get your car, you take it to Astoria, Oregon, top of the state, right on the ocean. You drive the car all the way from Astoria to San Diego. That is the ultimate. Fantastic scenery, a lot of different places that are unique. I mean, Oregon coast, very underrated. A lot of people don't know about it. And then you cross into California. You got to go inland a little bit, and then you get back out on the Mendocino coast through San Francisco to Monterey, one of the nicest summer places in the world. Continue down through Big Sur, which I love. Then you overnight in Santa Barbara, spend a couple of days there. Down to Malibu, zip through Los Angeles, but there are some nice coastal towns there. And then down to Orange County and San Diego. Can't go wrong. Back after this. There are thousands of abandoned animals in the USA that need our help. I am partnering with Delta Rescue, the largest no-kill care-for-life animal sanctuary in the world. Founded by actor Leo Grillo, who left Hollywood to devote his life to saving abandoned animals. Delta Animal Sanctuary is a one-of-a-kind rescue unit. They are staffed by trained attendants who look after each animal, providing them water, treats, toys, and affection. Support Delta Rescue and put your legacy to work. Each life-saving gift helps Delta fulfill their mandate to rescue and care for animals. Request a free estate planning package at deltarescue.org/bill. For a limited time, please watch The Rescuer for free only at deltarescue.org/bill. The Rescuer is an award-winning documentary about Grillo's 2-year rescue of a family of 21 dogs abandoned in the wilderness. deltarescue.org/bill. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.